one thing we did when we had our car auctions, we were always on the lookout to increase the price per car of the auction percentage. You can't necessarily increase the amount of revenue on the auction because the revenue was dependent upon how new the cars were, how good the cars were. Sometimes there were a lot of nice cars, and we'd bring in $100,000, $120,000, and sometimes it was not too good. We'd bring in $30,000, and so you couldn't. But that depended on the cars and how many. We found out that if you had 1.7 people per car, that was about the optimum. You could, if you had 1.8 or 2 people per car, you'd get a little higher, but it wouldn't increase it tremendously. If you got 1.5 per car, then the price would go down proportionately. One of the things that we did do is, if we had a kind of a nice car, we had around the back of the tow company, there was a fellow that had an auto shop. He did mechanical work, and they gave smog checks. And we would take cars up there, and he would do a smog check on them. And we tried to make it so that they would, we took the cars up there we thought would pass smog. Most of them did. And if they didn't pass smog, then they didn't. But we paid for the smog test by doing tows. We did a trade with him that we would tow. If he fixed a car and then it broke down and it was something that he fixed, he would call us to go tow the car in so he could repair it again or whatever. And then we'd kind of keep track of how many tows we did, and he would keep track of how many smogs he would do. And then at the end of every month, we'd kind of go settle up, and I might go up and give him $200 or $300, or he might say, hey, bring some more cars up to smog. And we figured that when if a car with a smog went through, it increased the price of the car by between $300 to $500. Where the price of a smog check was $25, and so that made a difference. The other thing I used to say, this car will not. We guarantee this car will not pass smog unless it had a smog certificate. And then we'd say, if this has a smog certificate, it did pass smog. If you register within 30 days, you won't have to do smog again. So those are the ones that people could buy for their kids and stuff, and usually not have to do a lot of work for.